Hello and welcome to the Synergy Sanctum. This is our series focused on positive life coaching lessons with Squee the Immortal, where we aim to provide everyone with awareness and coaching that is focused on identifying your goals and your values, ensuring that the steps you take on your own adventure are aligned with that return on time that you are seeking, and sharing countless strategies focused on positive mindsets, resilience, and flourishing as a person each and every day. Let's get into today's episode. So to start us off, I want to talk about everything that has ever happened to you in your life, all of the experiences, all of the positive and negative feedback that you've ever received, and all of that has culminated into who you are today. Now, if that's the case, if we understand that that's how we've become who we are, if you will, right? Then it is very important to understand, what does all of that mean, right? So what does it mean for us as individuals, and how do our individual experiences ultimately create who we are and who we become? So there are things that, because you are an individual and because you've had all of these unique experiences, that are unique to you. So there are values, there are goals, there are things that are very, very important to each of you, regardless of what other people might think about it, or regardless of whether it's leading to financial success or anything like that. So all of these experiences has ultimately created this identity of who you are as a person. And within that identity, there are things that are very, very important to you that you would never break on. So for example, if you have kids, your kids are a part of your values, they're a part of your goals, they're a part of everything that's happening. If you have a partner in life, that partner is a priority, and you're prioritizing them and everything else that they might need, because it ultimately fills your cup as well. So it's really important to try to understand and self-reflect, if you will, what is it that really motivates me? What gets me out of bed in the morning? What makes me want to do things? And understand these motivations, because it leads to you understanding, what are my passions? What do I like to do? What would I do if I could do it for free? What would I want to do if I didn't have to work 40 hours a week, right? And these things are important, because these are the things where there is no negative for you, right? So if you're pursuing something and you're doing something, there isn't a negative for you if it is aligned with these experiences or aligned with what's important to you. And this could be anything from cooking to doing chores, to going on walks, exercise, mental wellness, going to a store and buying things, going on vacations, whatever it is, there are things that fill your cup. And as a person, these things are motivating you to ultimately make decisions in life. So for example, if I want to do something for myself, I'm going to try to prioritize my day in a way to where I'm now living my best life, right? For those 2 hours at the end of the day, after I've achieved everything that I want to achieve, I'm now living my best life. I'm doing the things that are filling my cup. I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm having fun. Whatever the positive emotions are, these are the things that we would ultimately do if we didn't have responsibilities or anything, holding that time hostage over our heads. So in order to find these things and discover these things for yourself, it's important to reflect on, what positive experiences have I had in my life? What are moments in my life as I've grown up or recently? There doesn't have to be a time frame at all, but what are the things that are ultimately bringing me value, or what have others recognized bring them value and bring myself value as well? So if I've gotten positive feedback about my coaching, for example, then I should go ahead and keep doing the coaching if it's something that fills my cup. Or if I've gotten positive feedback about how I drive, then I should drive, right? Or if I've gotten positive feedback about how I cook, then I should cook, right? As long as it's something that is aligned with what I ultimately want and what is filling my cup. And it is so important to do this, because you're then going to be creating more and more positive experiences as you go forth in life. And these positive experiences, while they were isolated incidents as you were growing up, or in these moments where you've gotten positive validation for what you were doing, you're now in a state where you're creating that. You are in control of creating these positive experiences, and these are aligned ideally with what's internally motivating you, what your passions are, what your skill sets are, what's exciting to you, what's bringing you value and joy. It's ultimately like what's making you happy, right? And that's what we all want. We all want to be happy, and we all want to be in control of that happiness, and we don't want to feel like it's completely out of our control. So if we understand that as I've grown up, I'm a unique person, I've had all of these experiences through growing up as a kid, through school, through being an adult, through navigating a career, we're all like kind of doing the same thing, right? But we don't take the time to pause and reflect and understand to what end, right? What is the end goal here? Is it so that I can retire and then I could be able to start enjoying life? Is it so that I'm providing a better life for my kids? Is it so that I'm paying my mortgage? Like, our goals become focused on these external motivators, because these external motivators are things that we ultimately need in order to like flourish in life and in order to like have like financial success or success, right? But if that success isn't something we're happy about, or we spent all of our energy doing this and we never actually paused and did things that fill our cup and that are bringing us joy and happiness, then was it all worth it, right? Because if it is all worth it, then that's your measure of success and you're good. Like, yeah, yes, it was all worth it because I can retire and I can go on vacations and I can have all of this financial success. But maybe it wasn't worth it because as I was grinding through all of that, I wasn't ultimately happy. My happiness was determined by the result at the end of the path, at the end of the adventure, right?